Hello and welcome to the history of Stargate Universe. Today's episode we're going to be covering Dr. Lisa Park, and here we go. Dr. Lisa Park is a female Tok'ra scientist who was assigned to the Icarus base in 2009. Park has both surviving parents and at least two brothers. Her father left when she was in the 4th grade. When she was 13 years old, she experienced at least one earthquake. In that incident, she cut both of her feet from broken glass and has never liked experiencing earthquakes since that time. At some point in her life, she had a boyfriend, Gary, while she was working in the Stargate program. Though the relationship had difficulties, she believed that they had set aside their differences and their relationship was going well. She is also a vegetarian. 2009. She and roughly 80 people were forced to evacuate the Icarus base during an attack against the base by 3 Lucian Alliance attack vessels. She ended up on Destiny, an ancient spaceship located several billion light years from Earth. One of her first duties on the ship was to help Dr. Nicholas Rush repair the failing life support system. She worked alongside Dr. Adam Brody. After her arrival on Destiny, she worked on studying the ship's systems until they were ordered to halt as the ship was on low power. She was part of a group that cornered Eli Wallace on the observation deck about being kept in the loop when the ship lost power. She was on the observation deck when Destiny passed Big Bertha. Her name was among the 15 picked in the lottery to evacuate the ship when it was on a collision course with the star. Fortunately, the ship was only refueling, and the ancient shuttle returned. Park later participated in a group to repair some of the worn-out ancient environmental suits. She and the team were able to repair 2 by the time Destiny was within range of Planet Hoth, a toxic ice planet capable of replenishing the ship's water supply. After Sergeant Hunter Riley was seriously injured in an accident on the ship, she attempted to console Dr. Adam Brody, who blamed Colonel David Telford's command for the injury. Sometime later, she was in the control interface room when Dr. Nicholas Rush discovered something interesting in the Destiny database. When Major Sergeant Ronald Greer found Sergeant Spencer dead in his quarters, she became one of the suspects. However, she was playing cards with Eli Wallace, Dr. Adam Brody, Lieutenant Matthew Scott, and Lieutenant Vanessa James at the time of Spencer's death, so she had an alibi. She sat in the trial of Colonel Everett Young. A few weeks later, she was in the hydroponics lab with Dr. Dale Volker and Dr. Adam Brody, and some of the other civilians. She was there and debated whether it was time to take control of the ship. She was in the observation deck when a Nakai mothership attacked Destiny. During the battle, she left the observation deck with a second civilian, and during the battle, she was in the medical center helping Lieutenant Tamara Johannesson take care of the injured. After the battle, she was in the control room with Brody and Dr. Nicholas Rush and helped repair the damage. The day after the attack on Destiny, she was with the civilians when they mutinied against the military personnel on board. She was with the civilians that encountered and imprisoned Airman Dunning and Lieutenant Tamara Johannesson. And after that, Destiny fled from the 3 Nakai motherships. She was present when Colonel Everett Young ordered the civilians back to their quarters. A few weeks later, she helped Dr. Adam Brody partially repair the damaged ancient shuttle. During the Lucian Alliance invasion of Destiny, she worked with Dr. Nicholas Rush, Adam Brody, and Dr. Dale Volker to figure out the cause of the power failure. Later, she was sent to an unnamed planet with the rest of the expedition. Shortly after her return to Destiny, she was part of a team that was sent to an unnamed planet in the ancient shuttle to replenish the food and water supply. During re-entry, the shuttle lost power and crashed on the planet. After Lieutenant Matthew Scott and the rest of the team unburied the Stargate, she returned to Destiny. When Camille Ray made arrangements with the International Oversight Advisory to allow Marion Wallace to see her son in person so that she would be encouraged to focus on her treatment, Park served as Marion's host as she used the long-range communication device to visit her son on Destiny. When the expedition traveled to a damaged and abandoned future version of Destiny to salvage components from the ship to repair their version of the ship, Park spent her time on board working with the 2 versions of Dr. Nicholas Rush, the alternate Dr. Nicholas Rush having been the sole survivor of the future ship, noting that the experience of working alongside themselves must have been strange for the 2 men, although the Rushes only briefly agreed with their comment before returning to work. 2010. Park volunteered to remain aboard Destiny. while it executed a dangerous refueling operation inside a blue supergiant. Her goal was to salvage medicinal plants for Lieutenant Tamara Johannesson, as the plants in the garden would burn due to the sun's intense heat. She was sealed in by the ship's computer and was forced to immerse herself in the dome's collecting pool. When the dome breached, she retained half of the plants she collected, but lost her eyesight as a result of the accident. Dr. Nicholas Rush hoped it was a flash blindness and would be temporary. Her eyesight didn't recover before the crew had to enter the stasis pods. In an alternate timeline, she chose to return to Earth with everyone else. But like everyone else, except for Colonel David Telford, she didn't make it to Earth, and was presumed dead. However, she ended up on a planet that she and the other survivors called Novus, 2,000 years in the past. Park married Major Sergeant Ronald Greer, and the two had several children and grandchildren. Hey, thank you for watching the history of Stargate. Special thanks to the Stargate Wiki for all information you heard today, and very special thanks to Royalty Free Tube for this fantastic background. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.